Hey, welcome folks. Bill Armstrong here. I'm the professor for the Math 1700 online trigonometry course for fall semester 2013. I'm going to run through a quick, hopefully no more than 20-minute tutorial on how to navigate the Course Compass website. Just going to point out a few things here at the website. And so let's get started. At this point, I'll assume that you've registered and you found the course, and when you log on, this is what you see. This is the course homepage. Uh, this area in here, the only really important stuff that you'll see in this area is your browser check that I encourage you to click on to make sure everything's up to speed with your browser. And you may want to look at how to enter answers. Most of the time, I think it's pretty intuitive, but this will be a quick tutorial on how you can enter answers here at the Course Compass website. All right. Over here on the left side of your screen, I'm just going to refer to these as tabs. And, the first tab that I thought we'd take a look at, and it's a really important tab, is the Announcements tab. So let me click on the Announcements tab. And up here at the top, this is where I will post weekly announcements. Every Sunday at 7 a.m., I will post an announcement for the upcoming week. So I already have the week 1 announcements up here. So you really should check this out, and every week you should check it out. I just want to show you what it will look like. You click on it, and here you will see for the week 1 announcements, I start off with a brief welcome, and in this welcome, I'm telling you that you should click on the Course Information tab. So that's this tab here, which we'll do in a minute. And you should link to and print out the following 5 documents. And we'll look at each one of those when we look at the Course Information tab. Basically, I want you to print out your online orientation, protocol for sending email, course syllabus, the academic calendar, and homework to practice. Then when you scroll down, you'll see the week 1 announcements. It's for the week Monday, August 26th to Sunday, September 1st. I will indicate that you should read in your EText, you should read and view the videos and animations for sections 1.1 and 1.2. And then I list down here, what exercises to work and on what screen of your EText they begin. And we'll look at all of this here in a little bit, over here on the Read the EText tab. Every weekly announcement should end with a brief, due dates and notes. So you notice here, Quiz 1, I'm telling you it's available in the Online Quizzes tab, which is over here. Remember, all tabs are on the left. And you can always click on the Online Quizzes tab, and it'll show you all the quizzes and the due dates for each quiz. I've set up that you can do each quiz 2 times. Please note though, once you open a quiz, you have to complete it. So you can't open a quiz, do 2 problems, and then leave it, close it, and leave it, and then come back. That will count as one of your 2 times. So just remember, once you open a quiz, you must complete it. No time limit to complete each quiz once you start it. And then the second bullet item under due dates and notes, solutions for quiz 1, I will always indicate the deadline. So that's basically your weekly announcements. As I said, every Sunday at 7 a.m. you'll see a new weekly announcement. So when you get to your course homepage, again, this is your course homepage, you will click on Announcements, and up here you'll see Weekly Announcements. So on Sunday, September 1st, besides the Week 1 announcements, you would see a link for the Week 2 announcements. All right, now let's look at the Course Information tab, because in the Course Information tab, I said there were some items here I wanted you to print out. The first one is an online orientation. So if you click on the online orientation, a new window opens. It's a PDF. I'll let you read through. I'll let you print this out and read through it on your own. Notice that I do reiterate different things that you should print out and have on hand at all times for the course. Please make sure you keep up to date. Easiest way to have success in an online course is just to keep up with the work. How to get help? The main way is to email me. Please use the email address given here, my Lakeland account. And when you do email me, make sure you are following the protocol for sending email, which we'll look at that in a minute. Other areas, there's a Math in Minutes table in the Tutoring Center, and of course you can get a tutor at no cost. Let's see, taking tests. This whole area is really important. Make sure you know there are going to be 3 tests during the semester plus a final exam. It's a policy of the Lakeland Mathematics Department that all tests must be taken in a proctored environment, so that's why we take them in the testing center. Dates for all due dates will be shown in the academic calendar. And the week of an exam, I will post a practice test. I'll probably make it a separate tab that will appear on the left side of the course homepage. So maybe for test 1, the tab would say, test 1 preparation. So you would click on it, and what you would find in that area, I should hopefully have for you a study guide plus a practice test. No makeup exams. Deadlines kind of set in stone. That's pretty much it on tests. And then online quizzes. You're going to have an online quiz that's due each Sunday. Especially, well, it's during the weeks when there is not a test. When we have a week that there is a test, I want you to focus on getting ready for the test. So that means you're going to have 12 tests or 12 quizzes, and each quiz is worth 10 points. So that's a total quiz score of 120 points. Best way to prepare for the online quizzes is to do the homework to practice exercises. And any other items I'll let you read through on your online orientation. So I'm going to close this window, and I'm back into, I'm in the course information tab here. Let's look at the protocol for sending email. Click on it, and another window opens. It's a PDF. Please print this out. I give you the email address for the course. I'd like you to use your Lakeland email account. I have a note here about using the subject bar. Pretty much I'm saying in the subject area for the email, just simply identify the class you are in. So for example, this class, you could just start off in the subject bar of the email. Just type in Math 1700 online. And then in step 4, I'm asking you to just identify yourself. And identify yourself by saying something like, I am, June Johnson, and I am a student in your Math 1650 College Algebra online course. Except here you wouldn't say this because it's the Math 1700 Trigonometry online course. This is really important, folks. I have a lot of students, traditional students and online students. I receive a lot of email. I really need you to follow this protocol for sending email. It saves a lot of time in trying to help you with whatever your issue may be. So please try to follow the protocol for sending email. I greatly appreciate it. You can read through the rest of the protocol for sending email, but I just wanted to highlight the really important parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. Finally, I'll say about how quickly I reply to an email. Folks, I guarantee if you send me an email, I will respond to the email within 24 hours. If it's late at night that you send me an email, or it's on the weekend, you should still get a reply within 24 hours because I tend to check email in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. And like I said, if it's on the weekend, it should be within 24 hours so you get a reply. All right, I'm going to close this window, go back to the Course Information tab, Course Syllabus. Again, please make sure you print this out. I'm not going to read the course syllabus to you because you can read it yourself. I will just point out that I've shown you where my office location is. It's in the B building, 3051. Feel free to stop by, whenever you have a question or, if you just want to say hi. And here's my office telephone number. And then these are my office hours every week. That's when you can definitely find me in my office. Um, the other stuff I'll let you read through on your own. You can see down here when you print this out. Tells you about the test. Um, Covered assigned sections from the weeks and what the sections are over here. I reiterate sections that will be on the test. Here's an area, another test notes. Some of that will be a repeat from what's in your online orientation. And then this area, testing center hours, when the testing center is open. Generally speaking, I'd say when you go to take a test in the testing center, while I don't have a time limit on the test, I would say 2 hours should be sufficient time. So I see that the test center is open Monday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Don't show up at 8:20 p.m. Give yourself more than 40 minutes to take the test. Online homework and testing policies. Again, you can read through this on your own. Online quizzes. Some of this is a repeat of what we've already been over. Final exam, point distribution, grading scale. How I will assign course grades. Again, you can read through this on your own. Just want to highlight one more thing here: the learning. How to learn the course material. I would say, the best way, to learn the material is you're going to start each section, by logging into the My Math Lab site, My Math Lab Course Compass. I'll probably use that interchangeably, but it's our course website. Go to the section or go to the chapter and section that you should be learning the material from. You're going to look at the ebook for the assigned section. And then while you're reading the ebook, you're going to have links to videos and animations by the author, Trig. He's the author of the material. Folks, this is why I selected this textbook. The videos and animations that are embedded within the reading are phenomenal. So please watch them. They're going to help you in doing the practice exercises. And we'll look at that here in a little bit. When you're reading a section, and I'll point this out, we'll actually look at a section in the EText. You're going to see some you try it practice problems after some examples. It might be a good thing to try them to practice just what you've learned. And then I have practice exercises at the end of each section that I'd like you to work out. While these exercises do not count for your grade, it's like homework. They are going to reinforce the ideas and concepts that you just read in the section, which in turn will prepare you for the online quizzes, and then that prepares you for the tests. And once you've completed this, all the sections that are assigned in a week, and you feel like you know the material, you would then be ready to go to the online quizzes tab and do the quiz. Quizzes do count for a grade. Again, print this out. Print this document out, the syllabus, have it handy. You can refer back to it. Please note, in order to take quiz 1, and quiz 1 only, you are going to need the following password. By entering this password, and it is case sensitive, for quiz 1, you kind of acknowledge and agree to this statement that you've read the course syllabus, you understand and will abide by it and its contents. As well as I want to say that it means you're also going to follow the protocol for sending email. You've printed out the academic calendar, et cetera, et cetera. All right, that's the course syllabus. I'm going to close that tab, and let's look at the academic calendar. Pretty much it's a week-by-week roadmap of the whole course. So you can see here on the academic calendar, week 1, right here, week 1, you're going to do sections 1.1 and 1.2. And at the end of week 1, which is Sunday, September 1st, is the deadline to complete quiz 1. And it's at 11:55 p.m. Notice on the academic calendar, you will see the week of the course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., sections that are covered, and any due dates, like deadline for quizzes. Here's a deadline for quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3. Notice week 4, under sections to be covered, I just call that test prep. You should be getting ready for test 1. And then Saturday, September 21st, that's the deadline to take test 1. So please print out your academic calendar, as it has all deadlines, sections covered, etc. on it. I also have listed a table that will show you the quiz number and the assigned sections for each quiz, as well as the tests 1, 2, 3, and the final, and what sections will be covered on the test. So it's just more information that you've already seen, but it's nice to have it in more than one spot. All right, folks, that's your academic calendar. Let me close that out. Here's your list of homework to practice exercises. Again, print this out as it tells you in any given section homework problems you are to do and on what screen that they start, the homework starts. And these exercises that I'm asking you to do, consider it homework. Again, it doesn't count for a grade, but it does help you practice and reinforce the concepts that you've learned in the section. Now, answers to these exercises, let me show you where those are. I'm going to close this document. The answers are here. We're still in the Course Information tab. It's this document. You can click on it. Now, I don't know if you want to print this out because it's a 26-page document, but here are the answers. So you can always come back and see if you did number 17 correct in section 1.1. 17, it tells you the answer should be 5 pi over 6. All right, folks, that's everything that's under your Course Information tab. Well, now let me just show you the Online Quizzes tab. And keep in mind, you might not see all of these tabs on your screen because I don't have this in student view. I'm in administrator view, and I'm the administrator of the course. So don't worry if you're not seeing the Start Homework tab on your screen. That's irrelevant. You're seeing everything that you should see, the important tabs. So I just clicked on the Online Quizzes tab, and you can see every quiz is listed, all 12 of them. And there's another reminder of when the due date would be for each quiz. But this is where you would come to do your online quiz. So when you're ready to do quiz 1, you feel that you've looked at the material and done enough practice problems and you're good to go, you'll click on the Online Quizzes tab and you'll click on quiz 1 and you'll begin. I'm not going to click on quiz 1 because, well, I'm not taking the quiz, you are. So that's your Online Quizzes tab. The next tab that I'll just point out is your gradebook tab. You have a Tools for Success tab. You also have a multimedia library tab, which is pretty cool. I'll click on that for you. You can look at different things, in your book, the media type. But let's go to the Read the EText tab, because this is where most of the exciting stuff's taking place for you. So in the Read EText tab, you click on it and it says View the EText. So click on EText and it's going to open in a new window, the EText. And once you see here, it's loaded. You can come over here and you can double click chapter 1. And let's just go right to section 1.1 because that's where your course will begin. So just click on that. And here's your first page. Section 1.1, that's 1.1, so it's section 1.1, the first screen. So 1.1-1. And you'll see it's telling you the title of the section. And the this is like, hey, you should know this. Do you need to review how to sketch the graph of a circle and watch a video? I'm going to move on. I'm not going to look at that video. Notice up here, there's a box that you could type in, if you wanted to go to a specific page. This is if you wanted to see a two-page view. This is a one-page view. If you click on this, it'll show you 2 pages at a time. And this is how you navigate through your book. I'm going to leave it on one-page view, and I'm going to navigate to the next page. So I just click, and here's I'm on page 1.1-2. And this is our introduction to section 1.1. So it looks just like a regular textbook. So you would be reading this. And I'm just going to kind of click through kind of quickly because, you would be clicking through a little more slowly because you're reading to learn the material. But I just want to give you a feel for what you're going to see, the different features you're going to see in the book. Coming up here on page 1.1-7. First thing I mentioned earlier, this icon tells you, that you have a video. Here is a video. The same video, but if you wanted to see this example in a video form, we could just click on the video icon and watch a video. I encourage you to watch all the videos and animations. They're really good. Here, let's click on this one and let's watch this so you can get an idea of what videos will look like.
In this video, we're going to draw angles given in degree measure. Draw each angle in standard position and state the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, or the axis on which the terminal side of the angle lies. Let's go ahead and start by trying to sketch the angle 60 degrees. So to draw our angles, let's start by drawing the initial side of the angle, which always lies along the positive x-axis. Then we notice that our angle, 60 degrees, is positive, which means we're going to rotate away from the initial side in a counterclockwise fashion. Now we know that it's...
Let me pause this real quick because I wanted to point out, as the author of the text is speaking, he's the one doing this video. You can hear what he's saying, but I hope you all notice down here in this area that I'll highlight is a transcription of what he's saying. Let's continue with the video now.
90 degrees to the positive y-axis, so we need to rotate 2/3 of the way to the positive y-axis. So somewhere up in about here is the angle theta equals 60 degrees. And notice that our terminal side lies in quadrant 1.
All right, that gives you an idea of videos. Notice this video would be a total of 3 minutes and 6 seconds in length. Probably the rest of the video is showing you how to sketch B and C. But it's a wonderful feature. You can read, but you could also see a video of what's happening. Let's also notice here on this page, after you look at this example, here's one of those you try it's I was telling you about. So if we click on this you try it, another window will open up, and it's going to give you some problems you could practice at this time to reinforce the concept you just learned in example 1. This one says, draw the angle in standard position and state the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, or the axis on which the terminal side of the angle lies. So the angle measures -195 degrees. The terminal side of the angle lies in which quadrant or on which axis. So I'll click this little arrow for a drop-down menu, and I'm going to say that it lies in, terminal side lies in quadrant 2. Let's see if I'm correct. Hey, I got it right. Now I click OK. Now it's going to say choose the correct drawing of the given angle that measures 195 degrees. So let's say I'm going to answer it as B. And this time it tells me I'm incorrect, and it tells me why, which is very good. It's a good explanation. So So I'll click done. Now I'm going to say, maybe it was D. Hey, that was it. Got it correct there. But that's an example of the you try it. And after you do one, if you felt like, wow, I'd like one more to practice, you can click on the similar exercise, and it will give you another one to practice. Wonderful feature, folks. Take advantage of it. Continue. Look, let's click through this section. You'll be reading this. This is objective 2. So I'm clicking, you're reading. Here's another video. Just to reinforce, you could watch another video on how to do this problem. Same video. And here's another you try it. So I'm just reinforcing stuff you've already seen. Next page, this is the objective understanding radian measure. You have a you try it exercise here. I'll let you kind of explore that on your own. Another you try it matches up with this. All right. Looks like it's saying to practice sketching a circle. Work this exercise. That's all review material. It says watch this animation for a further explanation of radian measure. So as I told you, there are going to be videos and animations embedded in your reading. So let's look at this animation so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Click on it and a new window opens. Now I'll shut up.
To establish a relationship between degrees and radians, consider the circle seen here with radius r. Note that a central angle of 360 degrees intercepts an arc equal in length to the circumference of the entire circle. We know that the formula for the circumference of a circle is c equals 2 pi r. Therefore, a central angle of 360 degrees intercepts an arc of length s equals 2 pi r.
Okay, so this animation, that was the first part of the animation. And, it kind of pauses, and then you can click continue to continue on with the animation.
A central angle of 1 radian intercepts an arc s of length r. We can now set up a proportion by relating angle measure to arc length for each of the relationships described. A central angle of 360 degrees is to an arc length of 2 pi.
And I'm going to stop this animation, at this point in time. But that's to give you an idea of what these animations are. Wonderful, wonderful feature of this EText. So let me close that, and I'll continue to click through this first section. Yeah, I'm clicking through. You'd be reading this. Just want to get to this page here. In this page here, the prior page, let me show you. This is an example. So ask you to do something. And then over here is the solution. Notice here it says finding coterminal angles using degree measure. That's the little video icon. But it's a different type of video. And let me show you the difference. This is an interactive video. In an interactive video, it's very descriptive. You have to interact with the video. You're not just going to passively sit and watch the solution. Kind of like the first video I showed you was the solution of that example. Let's look at this interactive video, and just to see the difference.
Draw each angle in standard position and state the quadrant in which the terminal side of the angle lies, or the axis on which the terminal side of the angle lies. Click on an angle to begin.
So you have an option. You can do any one of these three. You could eventually do all three, but which one of these three would you like to try first? So I'll start with A. I'll click on it.
To sketch the angle theta equals pi thirds radians, we'll start by drawing the initial side of our angle along the positive x-axis. Now we notice that we have a positive radian measure. That indicates that we're going to rotate our angle in a counterclockwise fashion.
And I'm just going to stop the interactive video at this point in time. Once you view the solution, you could click back. And when you go back, say you wanted to look at B or you wanted to look at C. It allows you to interact with the video. Sometimes in interactive videos, you have to interact by entering some information, uh, like typing something in, like 3 pi over 2. And it's a wonderful feature. I encourage you to utilize that. Also note that, after an example, here's a you try it exercise. And so far, I think that's kind of hit the highlights of all these features that are built into this EText to help you learn the material. Notice it says a a media asset here that you could click on that. Um, so basically, you're going to read, interact. I'll continue to click through, and coming up should be the exercises. Yeah, here they are. Uh, so that document that you saw in the course information tab that I asked you to print out, it's homework to practice exercises. Um, you would see on section 1.1, I said that the exercises, the homework to practice exercises, started on eText screen 1.1-23. This is screen 1.1-23, screen 1.1-23. So these are the problems, the beginning of the problems I'd like you to do. Um, it continues just like a regular book. You might have to turn a page here. You'd have to click to another page. And then the answers for these that I've asked you to do are in the course information tab. It's the answers that I showed you earlier. But that's a basic rundown of your eText. It's a wonderful, wonderful document, a wonderful package to help you learn the material. I am going to now I'm going to click back to the course page, and that's pretty much it. Over here are the tabs. This will get you back to the course homepage. Remember this tab. It's where you'll find your weekly announcements, and your weekly announcements will appear up here at the top. Course information. These documents, the first 5 I asked you to print out and have a copy of. Here are the answers to the homework to practice exercises. This tab's that you would click to read the e-text. Here's your online quizzes. Here's where you will find your grade book to see your progress. Tools for success. Multimedia library. And quick example of the multimedia library, now that we've looked at the e-text, is let's just say when you're in chapter 2, you want to look at something with the graph of the trig functions. And let's say specifically, you were interested in section 2.2, and you wanted to look at everything, the animation, the textbook, and videos. You can click on Find Now. This will take you to the eText section 2.2, right to it. And then this shows you the different interactive videos that would be embedded within section 2.2. Stuff that you would see as you're reading. Well, folks, that's it. Hopefully you found this tutorial to be beneficial to help you navigate the course. It's a very quick overview of all the wonderful features of the Course Compass site. Again, I hope you found it beneficial. Any questions, come on by my office or shoot me an email. Thanks for watching.